I'm Josh Hall with a VCOB Sports Update. Tonight is do or die for the Nashville Predators as the Canucks have pushed them to the brink in the Western Conference semifinal. Up 3-1, the boys in the home locker room know they cannot give the Preds a sniff if they hope to close out this series in less than 7 games. What's looking up for Vancouver is they have the momentum, having been the better team at the very least the last 2 games. Ryan Kesler has found his game with 6 points in the Nashvillian sweep. And what's better possibly? The Sedins had some real jump last game. Hank had 3 points, and while one was an empty netter, the Twins of Örnsköldsvik, Sweden look like they're poised to break out. Don't get me wrong, Nashville has had some upside, but not much. Their best player has been Joe Ward, who has 9 points these playoffs and a goal in each of the last 2 games. As well, out for the Preds tonight are Jared Smithson and Steve Sullivan, both of whom were banged up badly in the Music City. And finally, everything really is in favor of the Canucks tonight, who are 6-1 when leading a series 3-1. Nashville is 0-5 in games where they can be eliminated. Puck drop is an early one, 5 p.m. on CBC's Hockey Night in Canada. Elsewhere in the hockey world last night, the Bruins exercised some demons Canucks style by sweeping the Flyers. This 1 year after being up 3-0 on that same Philly team to collapse and lose the series 4-3. Local boy Milan Lucic had 2 goals for the Bees in a 5-1 victory, and word out of the Bruins camp is that Patrice Bergeron suffered a mild concussion after a hit by Philly's Claude Giroux. He is expected to miss 1 or 2 games. The Beantown Bears move on to the Eastern Final now to face the highly skilled winners of 7 straight Tampa Bay Lightning. I did pick Boston to come out of the East, but with the talent that is on fire for the Bolts, the Bruins will have to be awfully stingy, and Tim Thomas will have to live up to his historical best GAA if they want to beat the Lightning. And in the Western Conference, Detroit used the first of what they hope is 4 lives to avoid a sweep. They defeated the San Jose Sharks 4-3 with a goal in the final 90 seconds by Darren Helm. The series now moves back to the Bay Area for a Game 5 in a building that has been hell for visiting teams, and Detroit should have all they can handle. 41-year-old captain and Norris candidate Nicholas Lidstrom proved his everlasting worthiness by scoring 2 goals last night. Huge news out of Glendale, Arizona last night as the NHL has announced they are near to securing a 1-year interim deal that would keep the Coyotes in Phoenix for at least 1 more year. NHL Deputy Commissioner Bill Daly says, "As we have for the past plus 2 years, we have been working very closely with the city of Glendale to do everything possible to ensure the Coyotes' future in Glendale." And overseas in Slovakia today, Team Canada beat Norway 3-2 in a World Championships qualification game. Jason Spezza, John Tavares, and James Neal have the tallies for Canada. The Canadians play their final qualification game Monday against Sweden. Arguably the biggest sports rivalry of the last 10 years notched another rung in its ladder today. Rafael Nadal defeated Roger Federer 5-7, 6-1, 6-3 to advance to the final of the Madrid Open. The defending champ Nadal fell back early but surged to beat his arch-nemesis in what was his 37th straight victory on clay. All the credit is due for Nadal, who is now 16-8 against one of history's greatest players, Roger Federer. The man they call Rafa will now face either Novak Djokovic or Tomas Bellucci in Sunday's final. The Kentucky Derby is taking place today, but not everyone is focusing on which horse to put a bet on. A big concern in the horse racing world as of late has been the use of a drug intended to stop horses from bleeding internally. When horses are in high-pressure situations, internal bleeding occurs. Now, to treat this, trainers inject their steeds with a drug called Lasix, and as often as little as 4 hours before a race. What Lasix does is cause the horse to urinate profusely, causing it to lose up to 27 pounds by the time the announcer says they're off. Now, this of course has set off some alarm bells because in a way it is cheating. The issue of internal bleeding is fairly minute actually, as a very, very, very small fraction of horses actually die from it. That being said, the use of Lasix 4 hours before a race is seen as performance enhancing, and people in the horse racing community are calling for a ban on race day injections. You learn something new every day. Today's favorite in the derb, as I call it, is Dialed In with jockey Julien Leparoux with odds of 4-1. And if you're in Vegas tonight and have a ticket to see Shane Mosley challenge Manny Pacquiao, you are a very lucky person. Mosley's trainer Nazim Richardson says if he can be the best Sugar Shane Mosley there is, then Pacquiao has problems. Yes, Sugar Shane, as they call him, is 39 years old and says he's trying to prove to people he's not washed up. Pacquiao is the #1 fighter in the world and has won 13 straight matches. What may be an even bigger storyline of this match is that Manny Pacquiao is set to make $20 million off of it, while Mosley is guaranteed $5 million plus a percentage of pay-per-view sales. Hell, put me in there, punch me in the